captain for the She Cranes. I started playing netball from Vara SS at the age of 12, and thereafter played for National Insurance Company. Finally, I play for Loughborough Lightning in England, which is a franchise for Loughborough University. It has just been through hard work and persistence in everything that I do, and I had an ambition to be a greater person, which I have achieved. My plan is to be the light for the girls that cannot make it, and I just need to open ways for them and be an icon for them to achieve their dream. Wow, Kwese has been very interesting. All I can say is that I believe Kwese has been one of the first TVs in this country to market netball all over Africa. And on top of that, I watch Kwese, and meaning that I am Kwesified.
Is brought to you by Rockboom Energy Drink. Feel the positive energy.
It's the 4th of November 2017, and of course the top of the hour of Speed Racer and more match. It's been a remarkable weekend with world record-setting events and of course celebrations of champions. Today on Speed Racer, we look at the following: Lewis Hamilton's 4th career F1 title, Sebastian Ogier sealing the WRC title 2017, also Ugandan motocross team captain Maxime Van P road to recovery, and, but mostly, we visited the Kalangala Island, where they played host of their first ever championship rally event. Now, isn't that the GC experience? Speed Racer starts now. Let's start with Lewis Hamilton clinching his 4th career title. As earlier, his team had embarked on celebrating the manufacturer's title as Hamilton finished 9th overall in the Mexican Grand Prix, where he picked 2 points. Hamilton becomes the 5th driver in history to win 4 titles and the most successful Briton in the sport. If you missed the race that was live on Kwesi Free Sports, now is the time you get to see the highlights.
Valtteri Bottas in a second, and Hamilton's got problems. Hamilton's got a puncture on his right rear tyre. Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel coming together. This is an awful start for Lewis Hamilton, who's going to have to now try and limp back to the pits. There's Stoffel Van Dorn overtaking him in the McLaren and the Sauber, then in Marcus Ericsson in 2017. And on the day that Lewis Hamilton is crowned the world champion,
from Hamilton to Sebastian Ogier, who also crossed the championship, that is the 2017 WRC, in the Sunday race that was held in Britain. The third place in the Dessous Wales Rally of Britain in a Ford Fiesta granted the 33-year-old Frenchman, whose private M Sport rally team secured the manufacturer's title for the first time since 2007. Teammate Alf Evans claimed his maiden WRC victory on home soil. He becomes the first Briton to win the 4-day Forest Lord since 2000. Heading TL Nouvelles Hyundai 20, 37.3 microseconds, Ogier was further 7.9 seconds behind. Novo won the final TV live power state to claim the bonus 5 points. Chris Mickey took the 4 points for the second place in the Citroen C3. Jari Rativera claimed the third in 3 with 3 points. Ogier and Anders Mikkelsen took the 2 and 1 point respectively. However, Ogier insisted that he has still to decide on his future. A phrase speculations has linked him with a new deal at M Sport, move to Citroen or Hyundai, or even retirement. In the aftermath of defending his world title at the Dessous Rally of Wales, Great Britain, which the 33-year-old Frenchman said was the most emotional moment of his rally career, Ogier took his first time to reflect on what happens next. He suffered 2 big crashes in the little over a week at the July's Nesti Cafe Rally of Finland, one in testing and the other in the opening day of the event. When asked if he had thought of about quitting the WRC at the end of the season, the 33-year-old Frenchman said,
And I mean, it's amazing to be world champion with this team. I don't know what to say.
Let's now take a quick rock boom break. And we come again with the Karangara Rally, Maxime journey to recovery. And of course, we are lucky to be hosting the Pierre or Harris International. And you may be the next lucky winner for the best freebies that are offered.
Reham in the spotlight. Since 2005, Reham, under its mother brand Harris International Limited, has been at the forefront of developing, modernizing, and standardizing its products by the use of modern state-of-the-art technology. Reham has an array of products such as biscuits, milk biscuits, premium biscuits like shortcake, butter cookie, creamy biscuits, carbonated soft drinks like Reham Cola, packed in a PET bottle, and the prestigious can, Reham What's Up, Fun Time, malt drinks such as La Vita Pineapple, Litchi, and Reham Coffee Malt that lights up your day. Energy drinks like Rock Boom, packed in a PET bottle and a prestigious can. Reham Natural Mineral Water that guarantees you all-day refreshment. Health juice like Yassa Juice that comes in a Tetra Pak. Beyond the product, Reham continues to change lives in communities, both local and international, through taxes, employment, partnerships, and corporate social responsibility. The Reham story is a progressive story, a story that started a few years ago with an end that lies a million miles away. That's the Reham story.
Reham, home is where your heart is.
Welcome back to Speed Racer, and of course this moment is brought to you by none other than Rock Boom, your #1 energy drink, which is a product of Harris International, the makers of Harris What's Up, Fun Time, and Reham Water. Talking motocross, Uganda's future in motocross looks brighter, according to the Zimbabwean and African top rider, Jaden Ashwell. Ashwell, who is in Uganda, has outlined a few basics that Uganda need to address if they are to compete at the African Continent Championship with the likes of South Africa and Zimbabwe.
Passion, yeah, you can see they're very interested in riding, so I think we just got to guide them in the right direction, and for sure one of these days there's going to be a champion of Uganda.
From what I've seen so far, they are both really eager to actually train. They've been learning very well. In terms of what I've seen so far with the guys riding here, I think there's a lot of basic stuff that needs to be covered with them. I was really surprised at the technicality of the track. I think the track is really, it's really supercrossy kind of track, which is what we don't even have in South Africa. Very hard pack, very slippery, so which makes it really technical to ride. I think for the guys to also to improve here, I think Uganda would probably need to start looking and having more sandy tracks. Maybe with them racing the other African stuff, I think they can probably learn maybe in terms of track prepping, like setting, maybe just some tips on maybe irrigation, like to wet the track so the guys can learn to ride rougher tracks.
My name is Obote Akena and I'm in 65cc and I'm hoping to come first in this final race. I've trained so much and my competitor is going to be Alone and Lubega Malcolm.
My name is Milton Akakiaplo Obote. I'm riding the 65 class. I'm looking to come first this race. I got a new bike. I've rode it already. I'm used to it. We got some trainers from South Africa and they said we're doing well and I'm ready for this race.
There's still a lot to learn. I think You have to remember, a country like, say, South Africa, we used to compete, we used to get in guys from America in the 80s and 90s to come and race in our series. So we've always had riders that's very, very competitive. So in terms of years, I think maybe 10, 12 years, you know, it's going to be a gradual build-up, because what you're doing now with your young kids, I think maybe your 50s and 65 riders, it'll take them 5 or 6, 7 years when they get to that teenager year, which is where the crucial time is, where that's when they need to decide, are they going to do a job, or are they going to try and ride and make it a profession? So yes, I think there's talent, but I also think it needs to be looked at not for something that's going to happen now. It's, you know, I think the Ugandan kids need to look at like a 6, 7, 8 year plan, where maybe in 8 years time they can actually do something. But from what I've seen now, the guys are actually buying bikes here, and the amount of riders this year, I was quite taken back. I didn't expect that many riders, even in a week, to come training. So I'm really interested to see what it's going to be like on Sunday.
Injury-nursing Ugandan motocross team captain Maxime Van P seems to be responding positively to the treatment, and after undergoing a knee surgery in Belgium last month. Speaking to Kwese team, Van P intimated that he's to be away for 6 months and already backed on the physiotherapy classes.
My name is Maxime Van P. I'm a motocross rider here in Uganda, currently the captain of the national team. As you know, about a month ago, I got a serious injury on my left knee. I broke my ACL, which is probably the most serious injury I've had in my career. The pain itself is not so bad, to be honest, but it's just that I cannot move, I cannot do anything, and the rehabilitation is very long, which is really frustrating. But like we always say, you know, in this sport, in any sport actually, there's always the risk of getting injured, and that's one thing you have to do with. And sometimes you're on the wrong end of things, and it happens to you. To be honest, I hadn't had a serious injury for a long time, and it's not that it was about to happen, but I was ready for it. Whenever I got onto the bike, I was always ready for anything to happen, and this time it happened. Unfortunately, it was a bit silly the way it happened, because I wasn't even, what caused the first injury in Botswana was not even a fall. I landed badly at the African Championship in Gaborone, yeah. And that weakened my knee a lot. And after that race, I started getting better. I started walking. I started improving. And just before I could start, just before I was 100%, maybe I rushed things a bit to get back on the bike. I got another crash, and that's when the knee completely crashed, and the ligaments broke. The meniscus was also damaged, and the but stretched. So in the end, it was quite a serious injury. Like I said, to the specialist, it was perfect for me. But I got the contacts from here. A good friend of mine to the surgeon in Belgium, who was very. I got operated the 5th of September morning. By PM I was out, which was amazing. The pain was it wasn't really the pain, the long 1 month away from me. It's gonna be tough for sure. I feel it. I'm a bit down. I'm not like I was before, you know, but that's not gonna bring my morale down, my motivation to get back to the top, to where I left, and I'm gonna do everything to get back in shape to maybe contest for the 2018 championship, which I'll probably miss the first race in Jan. But I've won championships before by missing, even after missing one race, so it's a possibility and it's a challenge. You know, I always told you I enjoy challenges. Like when I give head starts to the rest of the guys in my class, it's not because I want to humiliate them or because I want to show off. No, it's so that I can put a bit more pressure on myself, and then I have a challenge. Once you have a challenge, you improve. You give yourself a bit more than you would if you were just leading the pack and not having any competition. So yeah, this is another challenge and I'm ready to tackle it. It's probably going to be the most difficult challenge I've had in my life regarding my motocross career. But I'm ready. I'm ready and I will do my best to get back for the second race in March next year. Yeah, so it's usually about 6 months, they say. Of course, it can be longer, it can be a bit shorter if you do things properly. If you don't go to the physio, if you miss your physio classes, if you don't do the exercises you're supposed to do at home, you put pressure on the leg, then of course it can even become a year. It can become very long, but if you do it properly, and I'm so willing to do that because I cannot. I already 3 weeks after the operation and I'm already itching myself, pulling my hair from my head because I just want to get on the bike and get back to what I love doing. And not only that, even just walking around, driving myself, you know, I don't like to be dependent of people, so I just want to get back as soon as possible. So I'm going to do everything I can to get back in these 6 months and maybe even shorter. I know that a lot of these things a lot of it is in your head, and that's one thing I haven't lost is my mental strength. If the MX-7 happens, then I've lost it for sure. It's nice that it would be my brother probably winning it if it's not me, to keep the Van P name on top. Yeah. But here at home it will probably cause some fights. You know, I watched Olivier's interview with you the other day and I saw the guy was ready to take my spot, man. He was the fastest before he went to uni, but things have changed and I know, he always tells me this and he tells you the same, I saw in the interview, that he wants to get back to the top, you know, he doesn't want to be behind his younger brother. But me it's the same, I also don't want to be behind my older brother. So I'm going to do everything to get back, and I hope when I get back I will not be at the back of the pack, I don't think, because it's not something you forget overnight, but for sure I would have lost a lot of fitness and stamina, strength, everything. So I'll probably be starting from way back than when I left, but I'm ready. Some people think I'm crazy for saying that, but no way, Frank, man. This is something I love. You know, I have the chance to do it. My father has been, and my mother has been behind that. I've fought some things here in motocross in Uganda, in East Africa. And I don't think my story is finished yet, you know. I have so much hunger in me that I cannot stop right now, and I love the sport. I miss it already so much, like I told you, the fans, everything about it, everything. This sport, it helps me a lot in life, you know. I'm telling you, I don't ride, like now it's been 3 weeks I don't ride. I'm sometimes a bit stressed, nervous. You know, when I'm angry or when I'm stressed, sad, I enjoy going to the track once in a while and release my anger on the bike. Oh, it really relaxes me, and it teaches me so much more. You know, when I was young, I was a very shy kid. I would never, like an interview like this, I wouldn't even be able to look at you in the eyes. I would always be looking at myself like this. So it's also taught me how to express myself, open up with people, you know, and to be a risk taker. You know, you have to take a lot of risks in motocross. And until my body says no, I can't do anymore. But now this is not an injury that's gonna end my career. You know, as soon as you doubt yourself, then you will never be able to perform as well. And me, I just tell myself to stay positive, and that's the way forward. You know, it's happened. I can't go back and change what happened. Now I have a broken ACL. I have to deal with it. I have to fix it. To try to do everything to get it back to 100%, and then get back to what I do, what I love to do. You know, in motocross. And honestly, so many people have also helped me a lot. You know, of course, my family have been so supportive of me. Some people that had never spoken to me, but they just decided to send me a nice message like that, and they don't know how much it meant to me. You know, it's all these small things add up, and then that's when I realized that I can't stop now. I'm not ready to stop. I wanted so much more, and I thank everyone for the messages, the phone calls, the presents, everything. Really, this is a big part for my rehabilitation, for my recovery. It's playing a big role, and that's what also helps me to keep so positive.
Well, we wish the champion a quick recovery. Talking about hosting a rally at an island, the main highlights of the week, rally fans who closed up to the Sese Islands in big numbers were given an exciting treat as the Enduro Uganda hosted the first ever national rally championship event at the Boya Dabsket, Kalangala district.
Oh no, ya mkambe wawa. Oh no, no pick up mwanyi. Eh? Tumutegere. Oh no, mumanyo, mabona wa. Obuno bwo kutaka. No no.
My name is Nicholas. Thanks a lot for coming over, catching me when I'm looking my best, obviously. But no, it was a really fantastic race. Joshua and the committee have done a fantastic job. You know, it's really nice to see the Enduro Club thinking outside of the box. It's unfortunate that we've lost Fiduga Flower Farm as our main destination. But I think it's actually really good for the sport in Uganda because we now have to find different locations to ride at, and every single one of those new locations is going to give us new experiences, improve the riding of the Ugandan team, and I'm just really thrilled that we've made it out to the island.
itumanyinga sisi happy Tanjil Beach siabu ni chawele wako mwizi
As we kept watching on the race line, of course, we saw a number of cars doing their best, and of course, may the master man become victor at the end of the day. Of course, as we are crisscrossing around the track, we got up with another person that is one of the sponsors of the event. That's Arnold Simwe, who has been a co-sponsor to this event. Welcome, Arnold.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here, and that we could eventually have the event come to the island. Given how much we've been looking forward to having this as something official on our calendar, and I hope today means that we are in business. Yeah, as an investor on the island, having come in '98, seeing all this visibility coming to the island is definitely a plus on our side, and we hope it's going to be a resounding success, so we can do it again next year and probably even something better.
How did you have in your coffers to throw to the organizers or the whole federation that is in a man of this event that's crossing over country yet here?
Well, this could be anywhere, it's, you know, but definitely what I can say is that we're willing to go all out, you know, to sponsor such events, because just look at the multitude of people we have on the island. Each of these is potentially a working business card, so we are marketing the island, you know. Just so you know, Sese Islands are ranked in the top 10 secret islands in the world, and obviously having this kind of visibility is a plus. And of course, I'd like to say thank you to Kwesi Sports. I'm told it's giving the others a run for their money, and definitely we look forward to have all this visibility all over Africa.
Talking about Kwesi, it's of course an enterprising moment. Also, many moments, of course, we are sport and of an entertaining sports TV. One last one. What could you speak in short words about Kwesi Free Sports?
Well, Kwesi Free Sports, I think, is something that everyone should subscribe to. Looking at the package that they are offering, I'm glad I'm one of those who's benefited from a free decoder. So I am definitely looking forward to enjoying it. And please, we urge everybody to subscribe to Kwesi Sports, and yeah, enjoy the entertainment. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. If the man himself has said it, of course, we are back to the racetrack. Get to see what the action means when somebody says about racing. It's all about putting your throttle down and opening up your turbo to make it exciting. Keep it at Speed Racer on Ringport. Don't go away. Kenneth Mlowoza. I'm representing Sese Habitant Resort, one of the sponsors of this event. We are happy for the turnout. We're happy that Kwesi Sports is here, and the turnout. This is the first of its kind, and hopefully it will keep on growing from here on.
As a sponsor, it's always hard when these guys always knock at your doors to ask for the liquid and of course the logistic to make the event happen. How did you get easily impressed to get into background with such a big event?
Yeah, we've done a lot of marketing, a lot of advertisement, and it's been already, even before the main event starts. So, yeah, happy.
It's only a dream come true when I look at how things are unfolding. And you, Sese Habitant, having an event come your way, a championship event, I would see it as a miracle because many people apply, and of course you may have been the luckiest getting such an event on the island, more so on the island. Yes, the activities that have been happening, but of course it has always had people to take. What is your future prospect in the whole organization of this kind of event at the island?
Hopefully this will go international level. That's what we're looking forward to, and God has been on our side. That's why it's like this. I think the island gives them a different feel. It's a get out of time thing, and we've always wanted to do something like this, so we're happy for this.
So guys should be ready to come with big budgets to be bankrolled.
Yes, they should. Yes, drivers did what they do best: spinning and of course turning wheels. Of the sport at the island was the highlights of the 40-year-old boy Yali Yasama, who gave the top runners in his category a run for their money. Take at the highlights of the young boy fisherman. Let's take now topic of rock boom, and of course we're coming back again with the Harris International. Oh, that is Rachel Wede. Give us the in-depth of about rock boom and their plans. Don't worry, keep it a speed racer. We're going to be winning freebies coming at three.
Energy drink. Feel the energy.
Do you want the best sports content? I'm from around. Do you want choice? I want something that's big and powerful. What's offensive to me? Have it your way.
Let's keep the conversation going.
Choose a channel. 100 series, movies, and all the latest sports. Beyond TV.
As the investigation for the world's most wanted league intensifies, leading law enforcement uncover clues that prove without a reasonable doubt The sheer shock, confusion, and overall emotion the world was beginning to feel. Find out where the investigation will go next in the world's most wanted league on Cressy Free Sports for the Fan. Look closely into my eyes. What do you see? Courage, speed, power, character, and pride. Southland Sevens. Catch all the action on Cressy Free Sports for the Fan.
My moves shake the court. Drop the shots, bring home the threes. I make the play, read the pass, I run the court.
Oh my goodness, unbelievable!
I take it to the next level.
Oh, that was just not fair!
I live for the numbers. I live for the ball. And I live for the fans. There's 100 reasons to dream big, but I only need one. NBA on Cressy, the Fan.
Welcome to a very good student. We can, of course, it's hour that you always never miss, and I'm so glad that you always gruesomely keep yourself on the TV set and watch none other than Speed Racer. And this show is proudly brought to you by none other than Rock Boom, your #1 energy drink. It's a product of Harris International, who are the makers of Reham Water, mention any product. And of course, if you can't take a Rock Boom, why not quest yourself on the other soft drinks that are done by Harris International? And I'm much honored. The first ever, the show is hosting its boss. Of course, if I say my boss, I mean the product makers, that is Harris International. And I'm glad to have my boss that is by Rachel Luwede, who's in as the PRO of Harris International. And you just only need to get onto your live streaming. That is just like my page, Speed Racer, with its Frank S. And definitely you do live stream. And don't follow us on Twitter handle. You definitely have to put in F and then what's up? It's just as normally. Just go on Speed Racer, what link? Get to like that link. You will be live on your TV set. And a lot of freebies come your way. All earlier today that you're going to win a lot of freebies. Those who have been complaining, I got the person in charge to answer all that. That's none other than welcome, Rudy.
Thank you.
How are you?
Thank you very much for having me. I'm fine.
How is everything? Harris is growing big and big every time. Yes. Time passing.
Luckily, it is every single day. So we're very proud for the growth that's been happening every single year. We're very appreciative of the people, especially who have been supporting us to get where we are.
When I take a key look at the branding, it looks a little bit, I don't know, hook up to where?
Yeah.
But of course, you are the neighbors. Yeah. Almost, I'm not here to announce our neighbors. Like the things that attraction attention of looking at the same output. Yes. In the brief, and even not forgetting, interesting story, of course, that's the brand, Harris International.
Right. So Harris International is a mother company that covers Reham. So Reham is a brand and the continental. We are located along Bombo Road, and we have a portfolio, a very big portfolio of products, include both beverages and biscuits. In particular, we've been for a long time as well.
And I'm much into nailing, that is, which has helped me for it's a high performance drink. When I get to talk about Rock Boom in the fraternity, the most They get to bring in the mind, sing a bit of it, the mainstream game sporting, the sky view. Then when it comes to rock boom, the other that is used to always in the brand of rock boom, and then so the show the artists you going. So, if what could you say? Yes, we as Harris, we've been CD and we've executed a long line of service.
So has the strategy, if I'm supposed to say, we have been very interested in youth empowerment, but we're only focusing on the youth, but we are very strategic in the youth. So we have been involved in a wide variety of sports over a very long time. But the main focus we have been focused in kickboxing with our very own Moses. From the inception of the product, God handled this. He spoke about how strengthening it was, and we felt that it related very well with kickboxing. As you said, it is categorized in football. We have been involved in the sports of swimming. That's but so it's a group of youth who are empowered to their sport in swimming. So for a period of time as well, and other sports as well, basketball, the key areas that we have been focusing in. Recently we took on car racing, and as you said earlier, we have been working together with Yusuf and push the brand forward as well. That's what it's about.
You guys just showing us, of course, some speed race and of course the moment is of speed, and it's a rock boom. I need to keep streaming. You just keep streaming. Go straight to my Facebook. Open the speed with our page. Frank S. And you get them. And we shall be answering questions. I will be sending the speed racer. Then many of you have been demanding. Hey, the rock boom, the person has so by the point their product visibility in the market. Rachel, this way done your introduction and the kind of the product you do. Anything to do with sport, every person of us. Another same way you've been following the sport I do, swimming. So how much do the business commitment during sport?
Okay, so like I said, sport, like the example of Golula Mozambique, sport has a very big way in the way its identity. Number one, sport, big person, you have to be unique. You know, sport gives you that awakening feeling as well. So we have used these different categories to bring out our brand. It is unique, very on the marks of all. We are outside Uganda by Ugandans, and we have this in the price. It's very affordable. It has a unique taste that actually does the job because you need to be my job. So we are proud in the fact that it's an energy drink that does work. Secondly, the strengthening acts. People need this. Many people travel up country in safaris or people drive taxis to very long distance. We're proud in the fact that it's strengthening in how it becomes you as well. So it's unique in a way that it brings out all those keys that we have in our rock boom, and we are in a kind of category as you put it. It doesn't boxing or running or swimming. Some identity with rock boom comes out.
And the brand of Skadu. There's one other man on the he did the mad because if you say human being doing the extreme drifting of age point in and out and And the second page of your involvement in the Super Fest.
Yes.
And I saw it of skill and talent.
Yes.
So you got your own cars to have on the rest of that extreme sporting or yet to be there?
A bit of raw talent, different styles too. For instance, you're using the Superfest as an example. A gentleman has a big idea what he can do with motor cars, other people's skills. So what we do is like with his idea to see how we can enlarge it. So if he has a car, if there's a citation that we can add on to what he's doing, then we can support it to become bigger. If someone doesn't have that, well, we find the way they're getting it for them to become bigger and empowering people in whatever way we can.
Guys, let me just call a short. I want to engage closely with Rachel. I want to be like, and we wanted you to speak to this aspect, and you could say, I did the chance. I'm here at your disposal as in service, non-denial. Just stop me. I'll get live streaming and get your questions in. Just be brief and straightforward. Rachel get to answer them before she even gives you much. Lots of goodies in your way. And I should have found that point. Like earlier, got yourself winning of Rock Boom and Harris International product main of the product. Definitely, you tell how and when to pick and we're gonna be able to. Don't go away. It's furious. Of course, it's a moment brought to banana. Energy. Keep it a question.
Feel the positive energy.
Do you want the best sports and entertainment? Both homegrown and from the world? Do you want big? Have it your way.
Let's keep the conversation going.
Choose from loads of channels, kinds of series, movies, and all. Quest Beyond TV.
Look close into my eyes. What do you see? Courage. Speed. Character. And life. And sevens. Catch all the action. Set free sport fan.
Yes, it's of course a moment of quest. And of course, when you get yourself questing on the rock of your visibility, there are around in the teams of you guys who are watching, of course, getting the hands-on of Harris does its thing. And still running off Rachel there. Rachel, let me get, because it seems you the youth composed of the manager of Harris International, you seem a bit more energetic. And that don't only stop at the sports you're really going. There are many other sports that are all those.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, if there is, would let us know which other fail they have been right? Say, hey, there's a real way here with support of from us.
Okay, so in the past, and I'll say about two that we are in the near future. One said the Commonwealth that happened a few months back, I think 2 months back, and injected about 20 million. It's an open platform for all the youth to showcase their skill and it's very big prices. So we're very proud of that endeavor. We are we've been every year. It's an annual corporate match that happens between different companies. So different corporate organizations, teams together, their corporate team, that then play soccer. And we've been the reigning champions for about years now. Right. Yeah, some of the other players are MTN, US Aviation. So we're very proud of sitting again December on the 17th at the zoo. It's open to the public. Features either being beaten or yes, loads of drinks or food, but I'm sure the drinks. So going to be a lot of fun. For the adults, you pay 10,000, kids 5,000, and that's on the 17th. Very to that as well is with Golola Moses fighting for the first time a hunger called Jones Lakatos, and it's for a world title. So that's very exciting for people who enjoy kickball, and that's going to be happening in Kabusu. Yes, so we're going to be fighting each other on the 8th of December. So we're to that as well.
Actually, it would be a disservice if I didn't take a point to mention the Reham Dusty Yusuf rally team. And I want you to carry this message. Who throws your budget?
Well, a lot of people are involved. It's not a thing. It's the higher, so we make decisions to be proud to be decisions to versus V1 person.
Oh, sure. Yeah. As you're viewing your options photo and post, I need you to carry the message to Jerome that before the car had its as you see there. Don't you think with the
we're already looking into that. Obviously, mechanical failures do happen. We're not in charge of make sure things that are out of perfect, so we're free. But we are hoping that in the new car, better training, especially for our mechanical team, and we'll come back stronger. Yeah.
And same way, actually, the question is just having your satisfaction over there. Oh, you guys, I don't know.
I don't really.
The role wasn't too much news. You give us the drift of that car before it got its hard moments. I know.
Yeah.
We had the support of Bomber Ground, and I know of them, no other person beat us off at that traction of the truck, which was an raising moment. And I can't let you. Actually, I can't intimate before you. As I was driving that car, we can second. That's only 3 seconds off there.
Wow.
You know how extreme love is. I'm so glad to be associated not only in the brand throwaway to the public that I'm a rock boom person. I can say we have here at Kwesi, say we are Kwesified, but I can rock boom.
A rock boom fan.
I'm rock boom fan. Then this coming from Usman. He says he loves the show so much and loves you as Rachel. I don't know. Is it bad him to get a goodie? Because they says I love the show. Thanks for the show. Uthman from Brazil. I love you so much.
Oh, well, that's very nice. Compliments also prices.
Oh,
yes, some cans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that was come out. You only need to pass by now. That is, when you come to question, you be given your card. Well, that is the summary. what is the next plan? Are we done with brand output, branding coming on the market as in?
We do.
What are your latest? Because the last time got you.
Yes, we always have something new coming on because we always just find out what people want. And other than Rock, a very huge portfolio of a new one called Fun Time Man, which is completely off field boom. But then in addition to say we have Sky View, and it's there's the market. It has been in the market for a while. If people want to have this new comment that you just look for the Reham and you know that is ours.
Oh, beautiful. Lastly, any future plans, experience of sport?
Obviously, we have these projects set up about coming up, but the key point is that we encourage the youth, empower them. Whatever way that you want to do something and you think that you feel is empowering, we are available on Facebook, page, Harris International Limited, and Cola as well. But we also have Boom page. So I think anything related, anything might be of interest. We have a live chat and direct messaging system on Facebook. So all you have to put on our Boom page. We have a customer service that's open live every single day, and it is 075 2025.
You can say it again.
05 2025. So as I said, it includes empowering somebody, taking them to the next level, because that's what we're about. People should not forget that again. So whatever is Ugandan and power our fellow people, we are.
Yes. Oh, beautiful. Of course, it will be a disservice if really they really from the point of view, and I'm so much glad that have really shown up for that. Make it your home, because we are there, and of course, Pan-African TV's role. Actually, we're not here to stay for time, because we have to take sport as of course, we're going to take over. I don't know what to do, but of course, we see for sport, anything about sport, as you see on the TV, we always there. So I read close one or two words before you say bye-bye. What is your wisdom? Because you look into people who have the same outdoor activities as what such kind of people are looking up to you as a movie and are looked up to be role models in the public?
Basically, first of all, it might sound cliche, but I'll go to our tag. Share the positive energy. If you have something, don't be afraid to do it. Do it with your limit. If you want to reach for the heights, go for heights. If you want to go anywhere you want to do that, because at the end of the day, we are not trying, but if you try, obviously you achieve what you want. Empower yourself in every single thing. On to that, I would like to give a big thank you to every single person who has supported International, who's been supporting Redux for a very long time. We have been here since Memorial. I think everyone remembers the very small ones. So we've been here for very long. We are grateful for the people. We pledge to continue produce at the bond. We're very appreciative to Quest TV as a brand. We hope that you stay on board, watching us do your best.
Oh, beautiful. We are support those where you are to be those who support our activities and they don't have hesitation, but because to run be at the same place with them. I may not give you audience some message, please pardon me with her number. I read your number or
I stick to this number.
Customer service.
It's a good number to get answered. The question is 075 25 00 and 20 20.
Okay,
so that's 25.
Gentlemen, this is more to you, Makaya. The people who are doing the same way as you see talk to you. Well, it's 0575 2025 00. Definitely be able to get the service from Harris International. Our location is in Kawempe. Business-wise, talk about anything, they open doors for you. Get to catch you again next year. Saturday, same time. Of course, here, obviously, away.
Built entertainment, both homegrown and from around the world. Do you want choice? I want something big and powerful. Was offensive to me?
Let's keep the comments.
Choose from loads of channels, resources, movies, and Kwesi TV.
Rockboom Energy Drink. Positive energy. Look closely into my eyes. What you see